What's going on, guys? I got 5 more sets I'm going to talk about. But real quick, I just want to say, I'm going to start doing the weekly live streams again. You guys saw I did it yesterday, and something's weird about it. If you watch it, the playback, it's super laggy and everything. I don't know if it's the software I'm using to stream. I'll look into that. But I had, during the stream, people were telling me it was fine, and it wasn't laggy. And I had one person tell me it was laggy. For them, maybe it was just on their end. But if you go to watch on the playback, it's super laggy and basically impossible to watch. So I'm going to try to figure that out and fix that, but I don't really know. Not too knowledgeable in that area, I guess I could say. I mean, don't have too much experience with that is what I was looking for. But anyway, we're going to get into the 5 sales, and the first one's really cool. It's a Deadeye from Series 2 Holofoil. It's a miscut at the top, so an error card technically, but not really. I mean, that's kind of a debate, is a miscut an error card or not. I think if it's so miscut, there's probably another card in the card that counts as an error. But if it's just off-centered pretty bad and part of the same card from another card is in that card, I don't think it's that bad. But I don't think that counts as an error. But this, I think, counts as an error because there's part of another card in there. So $32, I definitely think is a really good buy. I think there's eventually going to be demand for cards like this. I was watching it. I thought it was cool. I was thinking maybe I'd get it for $10-15. I'll buy it. But $32, I just didn't think it was worth it, in my opinion. I understand why you'd pay it. Pay $32 for it because it's definitely cool. It'll look cool. You'd say, there's not a whole lot of these. Like I said, technically an error card. And I like the buy. I think it was a good buy. It's a cool card. And, yeah, I mean, that's about it. Next, a Black Knight Brazil Crystal Shard for $320. In my opinion, this is a good buy. I mean, I don't think one of these has popped up for a while. I don't follow BK too much. I'm I'm pretty priced out on anything of his. But $320 is definitely a good buy. I mean, it's a BK Crystal Shard. I'm assuming back at the peak, this was $2K at least, maybe. I remember there was a PSA 10 on PWCC. It did a lot. I don't remember the exact amount, but it sold for a lot of money. PSA 10 Brazil on PWCC. But obviously Brazil is so hard to grade. And $320 for a just raw. It looked cleanish, maybe a PSA 9. If I had to guess, I didn't look too close at it, 8 to 9. But like I said, $320 is definitely fair. Definitely a good buy. Obviously, you know how big BK is, how important he is for Fortnite cards. And I just say it's definitely a good buy. Next is a Birdie Cracked Ice for $40. Now, I don't know if you guys were following the Taking High Ground's top 50 list, but Dylan thinks this is a top 50 card. I don't know if I agree with that far, but I definitely think Birdie is an underrated card. From what he said about it when he put it in the list, I know he got a lot of heat from that. But I actually do think she's an underrated card. Definitely not top 50, but underrated. I mean, so she's a sweat skin, used all the time, and the pickaxe that's in the same set is also a very sweaty pickaxe. Sometimes the sweats will run the skin and the pickaxe together, but this skin is used a lot, very sweaty skin, and the usage rates are through the roof on this skin. So I'd say $40 for a USA Cracked Ice is definitely a good buy. There's probably no potential for storyline, but I do think even with that, just the in-game usage being so high, $40 is a good buy. Next, a Midas Cracked Ice PSA 10 for $406. Definitely a really good buy. I mean, Midas, obviously, we've defined that as a top card of Series 3, and there's pretty much no debate there anymore. Obviously, like I always say, he's a sweat skin. He has storyline, and he's not only the sweats use him, just casuals, just average people just use him. He's a good-looking skin. He has his normal edit style, the ghost edit style, the shadow edit style, and the full gold edit style. So, I mean, he has no downsides to him. He has so much going for him. Like I said, storyline has so much playability in game, different edit styles. And, I mean, he's huge in the storyline. He built the device, had that whole live event pretty much wrapped around him. I guess you could say it was, but then Agent Jones was in there a lot, that live event. So I guess half of the event would be dedicated to him, you could say. And you get, obviously, PSA 10 Cracked Ice, which is his best card, for $406. I think is a great buy. I mean, this should probably be, in my opinion, close to $1,000 still. And what they were selling for when Series 3 first dropped, in my opinion, it was ridiculous. It should not be there for a while. But I think we'll eventually get back up to there when more collectors start coming in. And the reason why it's down right now is people think Series 3 is overprinted, and it is. but it's not overprinted considering how few people are in this hobby. And once more people start coming in, then there's going to be none of these out there. It'll be super hard to track down a Midas cracked ice once a lot of people get in this hobby. The final sale is a Ripley cracked ice for $81. Another very good buy. I wouldn't say very good. I say it's a good buy. I think $81 is very fair for Ripley, but I would also say it's possibly a touch high. It's like right on the edge of being just a touch high and still an okay buy. Ripley's a really good card, lovable in game. A lot of people like him. A lot of the younger audience really likes him. Chapter 2, Season 1 Battle Pass. There's a small outside chance for storyline for Ripley with the sludge and everything and Chaos Agent making the slurp skins. There's outside chance for Ripley to be kind of important to the storyline. I definitely don't think he'll be like a massive part of it, but he might get some storyline in the future. So he's underrated in that aspect. And he had his moment in game within game usage when Chapter 2 dropped. He was an early tier skin, I believe. I don't remember exactly. And I like him in game. I think he looks really cool. I like the red style sludge. But like $81, now I think about it, I talk about it more. I think that's definitely a good buy. It's very fair in my opinion. I'd say $81 is. Especially if it grades well. I mean, if it grades well, I'd say $81 is still a good buy. So that's 5 sales I'm talking about today, and I'll see you guys next time.